Street Fighter 6.
Next up, stage selection. Our stage has been decided. Next up are the characters. These two fighters are looking more than ready to lock horns.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
An honor to be shown. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Good parry there and... uses a drive parry against the attack. Parries the attack and... player one pushes the opponent into the corner. With the forward throw, the battle in the corner continues. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? They're jostling for the dominant position in the corner. Knockdown. Heading into the endgame KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Stop the attack by using a drive parry. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Grabs him. Throwing some shade. Oh, burnout triggered. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. They're going for the super art. A parry? Parry. Throws them forward and maintains the corner. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Both fighters planning something? Now, burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Crowns over the ball KO. That was a glimpse on how a solid neutral game wins matches.
Round one.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here?
Break through. Break through.
Burnout is triggered. Goes for the command grab. Player two in that dangerous burnout state.
I present
On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player two has used up all of their drive gauge. What's the play here? Player two pushes the opponent into the corner. Both players with no drive in the tank. Strings it all together. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Reads them. KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
round two. Fight.
Airthrow whip! Decides to spend the meter to open up some more chances. That last round featured a lot of offense from mid-range while the fighters dance around each other. What's going to happen in this round? Player one goes for the aerial Kikosho. They're going for the super art. Player one sends a bar on up Kikosho. Knockdown and scrambled miraculous grab. Still slugging it out at this range. There's a burnout. Crashes out the cage right there.
Meaningless efforts.
This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure.
Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away.
Working hard every day to be a better man.
HP maxed, side quests done, and the skill tree's fully unlocked. Let's get it on. The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. They don't score the punish counter, but still get a nice hit in. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Who's gonna make a move? Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? Oh, the air throw falls short. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Trips him up. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. We're at the halfway point of the round, and both fighters should be well past the warm-up phase. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover? Will this super art connect? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. All right, what's coming up next? In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistake. Goes for the super art? Player 1 has the complete KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Immediate jump in. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Reaches out with the lightning kick. Follows up and tags on the lightning. Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Gets them all burnout triggered. Ooh, they're gonna feel that. Here we go. Going in. Risky up close scrap still going. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Breaks the block with a throw. Both sides getting ready. Stirs the soup with a lariat. Flatline zone. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Open with solid anti-air. Throws them. Big throws. Nothing but air. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. Anti-air in the clutch. Player 2, will this super art do anything? Yo, raw super here? Slick overdrive KO there to call them out. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. You call show from heaven. And they burn out in sync. Okay, here we drop some hard. Oh, Russian handshake. Huge counter. Get this and leads some big damage. Sets up with the jump in. Giving them food for thought. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. We are going back to the character select screen. Looks like they noticed something not in their favor. Now that our fighters have chosen their characters, it's time to go.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to throw, but doesn't connect. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Big, low, reaching heavy. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Takes in the throw. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round 2. Fight.
Hits them with a stopping block. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Still slugging it out at this range. They've got the meter for a drive impact. Puts the super armor to good use. The super hits, and this looks like it's gonna kill. Did not miss that chance and takes the round.
Now you know history.
Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather. Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
My pleasure.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Counter hit throw there. Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Yes. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Crushes that off and keeps going. Experiencing burnout. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Sees him coming and shrugs it off with a super arm. Just goes for it at this range. Spends 2 for the meteorite and absolutely destroys him. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Putting the cherry on top! Freezing hot! What now? Player 2 is on track to steal this back and closes it out! Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with!
Round one.
They're still hungry! Both sides stepping up for the rematch! Goes in on the impact for nothing. Player 2 has the life advantage. Backs them into the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Can't tech the throw? Knockdown. Long low attack hits. All right, what's coming up? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Player 1 in trouble with no drive. Pushing through with the Gladius. Tomahawk plus. Closing won't KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Gets a risky buff in. But very solid tomahawk buster. Player 1 has a slight luck burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Jumps in. Connects with the throw. Grabs and throws them away. A drive, tomahawk plus. A real test, what a finish! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Crushes that off and keeps going. No more drive gauge. Lots of aggression from both sides. Knockdown. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the tape with a super art connect. Adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Goes for the super art. Player 1 turned this right around with that super. All right, what's coming up next? Get some. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Nice parry. Who's going to start things off? Goes in on the impact for tomahawk plus. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Very solid tomahawk buster. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Knockdown and still slugging it out at this range. Clean parry. Saw that coming. A parry? Nice parry. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Jumps? Breaks the block with a throw. What'll happen? Just goes for it at this range. Player 1 is in a pretty puts the super armor to good use. Both fighters planning some burnout triggered. Blows them. Reads the jump in perfectly. Tomahawk buster to shut him down. Player up for the freezing hawk. Closes it out. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Starts things off with a jump in. Plus parry. Player 2 took that round comfortably. No need to bring out the big guns yet. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? They continue to battle it out in the middle of this. That's gonna leave them rattled. Watch out! Typhoon coming through. Player 2 with the pump, nothing but air. No burnout. Did they mean to do that? Player 1 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Yo, rock super hit. Both sides get cleared for landing. What are they gonna do? Oh, putting the cherry on top. Okay, here we just like the big chief. Ooh, what a smart blow. What's next? Tomahawk buster to shut him down. Anti-air in the clutch. Big time whip. That corner is starting to look scary. They are done. Player 2 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. Good decision with that throw. Very solid Tomahawk buster. Breaks the block with a throw. Did well to get the buff in there. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Neither fighter can rely on their drive anymore. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Got their eye on the air. Very solid corner switch. Reads them. KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh, what's this? Converts the opening impact into a punish counter. Takes the chance to hurt him. Burnout activates. Oh, burnout triggered. Pump going on the offensive? One fighter's drive gauge is a super art. Marisa gonna give you the jab. Fights out of the corner, back to the center of the stage. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Uses the gauge for a super art. Goes end to end with a breezing hawk. Nice damage. Very solid Tomahawk buster. Looks them. This is going to deal some big damage. Both fighters are playing with a full deck of drive. They need to show their hand and do something with it. Dangerous range here. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's going to take it? The drive gauge is screaming from the burnout. Closes it out. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. Back to the character select screen. Seems to be more to settle their nerves than anything else. Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
My pleasure.
Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Lots of aggression from both sides. Player 2 chases them down. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Big counter. And that's a KO. Timed that perfectly. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Clean parry. Throws him. What's next? Oh, talk about overextend. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Goes end to end with a freezing hawk. Nice damage. Player 1 has a slight life lead. Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 in dire straits with Burnout. A quick breather. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Very solid tomahawk buster. Player 2 will look to apply pressure and throws them. Both fighters planning something? Uses a gauge for a super arm. Freezing hot! Using the super can open up huge chances for you. Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive zone. Reads the jump in perfectly. Big gauge difference here, and both fighters are almost done. Tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Clutch anti-air. What are you jumping in for? Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Close.
Final round. Fight!
Nothing but air! Pulls him out of putting the cherry on top! Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 1 there's a burnout! Just like the Big Chief! This is a bad situation. Big time win! Player 2 is a burnout! Oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? What now? Dodge it! Both fighters drive gauges like, oh, yo! Super hit! Can they make the most of this? Will this super art do anything? Noticeable, just what they were after. Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell them what's good.
Round 1.
Y'all ain't going anywhere. Sit down till these two are done. Teleports! That's gonna rattle him. Escapes with the reversal. Can't tech the throw? Still very early in the round. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. Both fighters have completely emptied out their drive gauge and are in burnout state. Not a lot of patience on show here today. Alright, what's coming up next? How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player 2 chases them down. Takes a trip. Drive gate, very solid tomahawk buster. Heading into the end game now. It's getting, burnout triggered. Knockdown and KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight!
Wins with that cute, burnout activates. Got their eye on the air. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. What'll happen here? Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive. Oh, burnout triggered! Both fighters are out of drive. Going on the offensive? Very solid tomahawk buster. A super art? Freezing hot! They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Lets off a yoga fire. Nice parry. Big time whip. A parry? That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Grabs and throws him away. Gets carried to the corner. There's a change of sides. Saw that coming. Parry connects. Drives it back, misses. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Up for the freezing hot. Closes it out. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Close.
Final round. Fight!
Wrecks them. Tomahawk plus. Burnout activates. Player 1 had a rough go of it last round due to poor drive net. But there's still time to adapt and turn this match around. Dives in! Player 1 and whip! They're wide open! Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. Will this super art do anything? Up for the freezing hot! Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Just like the Big Chief. One step ahead of them. Okay, Inferno! What are they cooking up? Player 1 is looking at a reversal. Oh, they switched. Wow, that throw did some juicy damage. What's next? Burns out. Slaps him in. Tomahawk buster to shut him down. Connects with the throw. I can't believe fire. Look at me. Giving him food for game. No way we could have called that. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned all my lessons. I realize I gotta kill all my blessings. I'm working hard every day to be a better man.
Make way for the ninja star.
I suffer from defeat, so success is my medicine. Destined for greatness, so you know that I'm back again. Back on my feet after I failed again.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
Y'all better have your Sunday's best on because it's time for business.
We team you on the scene.
No mercy for you.
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play.
Get ready harder.
The throw hits. Now the fun begins. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. All right. We've got both sides without a drive gauge. How will they overcome this? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move where you're going to eat tons of damage. The fighters are matching each other. Move takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Taking stock. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Experiencing burnout. What'll happen here? Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that driver. Going on the offensive? They were not cleared for takeoff. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Fight.
Were they baiting them into that? Who's going to start things off? Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 chases them down. Can't tech the throw. Hits them with a vagabond edge. Both fighters planning to burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both hits a good spot to use the super. Player 2 drops them to half, closing the gap. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Cannon spike! Player 2 hasn't gets the throw out of the hooligan. Smart aggressive play there. Off of me! Oh yo! Rock super hit! Flatline zone. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Breaks the block with a throw. Turns it up a notch and sends them to the corner. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. What's the play here? Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. There's a corner switch. The grab misses. No more drive gauge. Quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beat. Yo, put that away. With breather, player 1 in trouble with no drive. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Ooh, there's a side switch. This could be big. Closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Fight.
Smart play with the throw. Who's going to start things off? Parries the attack. Goes for the super art. Uses the gauge for a super art. Can they keep on him? Picks the air throw. They've got the meter for a drive. Oh, what's this? Were they baiting them into that? Going in? Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 just goes for it at this range. Player 2 will look to apply pressure. They're going for the super art. Player, oh, burnout triggered. A super art? That's gonna leave him rattled. What'll happen here? This unleashes them in there. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Harry connects. Changing up the beat with the burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. This is gonna hurt. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Next to counter and whip. They're wide open. Taps them on the toe. Okay, here we go. All the throw connects. A burnout, but they may have a plan here. What are they gonna do? Off for the arrow. All with a no throw. Noticeable luck crowns him from above. Gets the tips with the low heavy.
Kimberly.
Player one was an absolute beast in that match.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rebound. Overdrive cannon spike. Burnout activates. Still very early in the round. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weaker. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Oh, burnout on both sides? Gets the jump in. All right, what's coming up next? The grab misses. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. Hitting burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? Each hit is so important. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
The opening on that impact. Will they take it? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Parries the attack. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Player 1 chases them down. Viral hits! Burnout activates. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Oh, burnout on both sides? Grabs and throws them away. What'll happen here? Hits him with a vagabond edge. Knockdown and Weed brushes that off and keeps going. It connects with the throw. Both fighters prep a super art. Player 2 in dire straight burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change.
Still feeling it.
Player 2 goes out of sight. Ooh, what a smart throw. Tries to get them out with the arc stance. Will this super art do anything? Noticeable off of me. There's a burnout. Who's gonna take it? Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Opens with a jump, slams on the brakes and shuts out the counter. All the throw connects. A jump, a super art, raw super art incoming. Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beast. And then a cannon spike. Player, will this super art do anything? Will this super art lead them to chases them down? Ooh, what a smart throw. What now? Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? Back into the corner. Reads the jump in perfectly. Flatline zone. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
I'm like a diamond, I shine under pressure. But life's been trying me, I learned my lessons.
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
I'm working hard every day to be a better man. When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Nowhere to run.
No mercy for you.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Steal some sick damage there in exchange for some meters. Side switch. Now they're on the defensive. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Knockdown. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? On Gensaku, player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Were they baiting them into that? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player 1 has a slight life, charges forward. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Going in? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Unkensatsu. Burnout activates. Both fighters left cannon spike. Life lead is there, but still, they're going for the super art. Sticks out a kick. Spin knuckle. Chases them down. Player two can't use any drive moves. Got off of me. They gotta dig down absolutely relentless. Closes it out. Player one is a force to be reckoned with.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that good round. Showing some real tenacity. Jump. Player one chases them down. Stays cool in counters. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Clear that neither of them wants to be in the corner. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. Life lead opens up. Takes a trip. They break things off. Going on the offensive? Looking to impress with this KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Breaks the block with a throw. How will they take it? Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Player two creates a good corner opportunity. Experiencing burnout. Player two in dire strait charges forward. Showing some real tenacity. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Both sides in burnout. They can't drop off of me. You jump. Just goes for it at this range. Unkensatsu, they're going for the super art. Turns the bar to unleash the storm. Sakai Fuhasan. Drive usage is back on the table. Raw super art incoming. Player one can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Nice read with the cannon spike. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Oh, yo! Raw super hit! Off of me! Cannon spike? Not going anywhere. Which fighter will control the pace? Turning it right up with a super! Lands the super art! They gotta keep pushing! Locks on for the throw! Anti-air in the clutch! Give him the biscuits and the tea! Escapes with the reversal! Clutch cannon spike! And they burn more fuel to the fire! Cook them up! Player two, cannon spike! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? They're just gonna go for it with the super! The next clutch may decide this round. Off of me! One player is in burnout state. Is it time to end the immaculate counter? Player two clinches the win! But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Put the exclamation point on that when it charges forward. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player one has the life advantage. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Taking stock. Opts for the air-to-air encounter. Somehow pushes back, goes for the super art, adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Turns the bar to unleash the storm. Sakai Fuhasan! Cannon spike? KO! Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
This round, burnout triggered. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. A quick breather. They're going for the super art. Uses the gauge for a super art. Player two just put themselves on equal footing with that super. Nobody blinks. Charges forward. Off of me! Going on the offensive? Chases them down. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner. Ops for the arrow. What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
Cannon spike! Jump! The throw, all the throw connects! Let's give him the biscuit and the key! Super hard to show him what a PhD in fighters can do for you! Player 1, punch cannon spike! Okay, oh, burnout! Did they mean to do that? Player 1 is in burnout state, connects with the throw! Dangerous range here. Oh, here we go. So fast on the air throw. Turns out. I can't believe it. They were sitting on their feet for this super art. The super hit. It's gonna be enough to kill.
That got good, didn't it?
Does not leave anything to chance with that super finish. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that good battle. Two cannon spikes. Spikes. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Very solid corner sweep. Knockdown. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, what a move. Taking stock. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. They hit each other. All right, goes for the super art. Okay, creating some space here. Going on the offensive. Player 1 has completely used up a super art. That's not gonna hit. With no super art for support, both fighters will have to win in there. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
Brushes that off and keeps going. This round is so important. Charges forward. Oh, burnout triggered. Going on the offensive, delivers the pain right to the doorstep. Reverse edge cuts him down. Scrapping it out up close. Picks the air throw. The just goes for it at this range. Both fighters are out of drive. Might be a good idea to back. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 in there. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Looking to switch it up? This is a good chance for a breather.
You are.
It's time to heat up for the fight of my life. Show 'em what I got, cause you know that it's my time. Brought till I fall, boy. Give it my all, boy.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Two of the biggest lab monsters are about to get it going.
Nowhere to run. Prepare.
Round 1. Fight!
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deal some 6 damage in exchange for some meters. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to spend the meter to throw on some massive damage. Will this super art connect? Oh, burnout on both sides? How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? All right, what's coming up next? Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Charges forward. Going on the offensive. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 2 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent.
Fight!
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Goes for the super art? Will that super be the turning point? Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Turns a bar to unleash the storm. Sakai Hasan! The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Both fighters planning something? Turn out! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Not close enough for the throw. A quick brief. Oh, yo! Raw super here! KO! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight!
It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Round verse. The hits will connect, experiencing burnout. Round one takes them off the burnout triggered. And then just goes for it at this range. Both fighters are working with a low SA gauge, but that may not deter them from going on pods nothing but air. Crowds them from above. Player one is in a very good spot. This is the on a back. Lands the super. Time for dessert. Poetry in motion. Oh, now that is a punish. What's next? They are done.
Judy!
Player one made some smart moves there. Great game.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that comeback. Ups the damage on that by opting to go for the over. Burnout activates. Experiencing burnout. The throw misses. What's the play here? We've got both sides without a drive gauge. How will they overcome this? One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover or are they in trouble here? How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight!
They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Both fighters are looking for a way to take a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Takes a trip. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge. They're going for the super art. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Now, can they finish the job? Player one will look to apply pressure here. Both fighters planning something? You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping to this burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Or a super art? Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the jaws of big time whip? The super connect. On a back. What a finish. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight!
They hit that with confidence. Snaps back and hits hard spinning. The tog's nothing but air. All the throw connects. Raw super art incoming. Sakai Fuata. Player one is looking at a grim situation with burnout. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Big time whip! Party time! Catches them in the full sword! Okay, here we go. Player two is in a very good spot now. Oh, yo! Raw super here? Player two caught nothing but air. Drops them hard. They are done! Player one really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Vicious intensity. Big time whip. Back experiencing burnout. Breaks the block with a throw. Decides to buff up while they can. Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. All right. Player one is in burnout. Drives off the table. Knockdown. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. How's this round going to develop? Player two can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start. How will they won't play their game? Says no with the overdrive 10 settings. Burnout activates. With a super art? Brings out an early super to pile on the pressure. Manes Duare for the long game return. Both fighters are out of drive. Sliding in. Super clutch corner switch. What'll happen here? Risky up close scrap still going. Life lead is theirs, but still anyone gets solid anti-air. KO! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Parries the attack. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Difficult situation for a throw. All right. Still slugging it out here. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Heats it up with a combo into super. Ooh, wants to hit it big here with a super art. Knockdown. Player two can't afford to get with this super art connect. Taking KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Not close enough. Smart play to stop the opponent there. Turns it up with burnout activates. Anken Satu connects with the transverse to boost their metal level. Player one has experiencing burnout. Going in. Go stops to fly them over. Uses the gauge for a super art. Both fighters are they're going for the super art. Goes for the Sakai Fuhasan. Vintage jury. Right lead is there, but still anyone's game. Connects with the throw. Reads them like a book and takes them out.
Judy.
Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Stops the attack by using a drive kick. Burnout is triggered. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? Player one in that dangerous burnout state. What's the play here? Player one has used up all of their drive gauge. Both fighters have completely emptied out their drive gauge and are in burnout state. Not a lot of patience on showcases. Heats it up with a combo into super. Spends it on the super art. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. Heading into the KO. Player one on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Saw that coming. Are we going to see some fireworks here? Stops the attack by using a drive parry. Still very early in the round. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Oh, burnout triggered. Takes a trip. One fighter's drive gauge is just about empty. Can they recover, or they're going for the super art? Both sides in burnout. They can't drive. Knockdown and player one holding on to that corner advantage. Looking to impress with this super. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. You've got big time lift. What'll happen? Hugs nothing but air. Player two in there. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Ooh, is it time to finally bring out the business character?
I'm game if you are.
I'm do or die with this. Journey started young, super hard-headed. Call me crazy, but you is not my psychiatrist. Been through a lifetime of strife and struggle. Be the best, that's my
Time for
covenant.
battle.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
Started from the bottom and I'll never look back. Look at all my haters, y'all making a mess.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Nowhere to run. My pleasure.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Deal some sick damage there in exchange for some meters. They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Knockdown. We've got both sides without a drive gauge. How will they overcome this? How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Player one chases them down. Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Got their eye on the air. Just out of range for that throw. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Gutsy play with the get-so. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight!
There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Tomahawk busted. The fighters return to the middle, experiencing burnout. Player 1 can build off this lead. What'll happen here? They're both driving. This is gonna just goes for it at this range. Goes for the Sakai Fuhasan. Going on the offensive? Player 1 needs charges forward. Hits up the counter. This is going to a super art. Freezing hot. Oh, let's go. What will they do next? Perfect use of the corner is rewarded with the win this round. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Final round. Fight!
Oh, punish counter on reaction. Delivers the pain right to their doorstep. Burnout activates. Oh, burnout triggered. Will this super art do anything? Super art to show them what our PhD and fighters can do for you. Player 1 withdraws super art incoming. And the 10-8 at the ready. Player, oh yo, raw super here. Most fighters' drive gauges might be some. This is going to deal some big damage. Oh, they switch sides. I called it. Really said, welcome to the club. What's next? Sticks out a kick. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still. Oh, the drive impact hits for a punish. Oh, burnout. Did they mean to do that? We're so close to the end of the round. Cleared for landing. Oh my God, rock super. Are you kidding me? Player 1 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.